Good morning, everyone. This is Father Nate, missionary priest in Italy, and thanks for joining us today, February 27th, on No Greater Delight, our podcast on Marian feasts and Marian meditations. So today we have a special celebration. We recall Our Lady of Lights. I'm told that it's near Lisbon, Portugal, and Palermo, Italy, in the 18th century, but also we have, it says here, in Mexico, in the Cathedral of Leon, formerly known as the Jesuit Church. So, what is this devotion, Our Lady of Lights? Well, we're told that in the early 18th century, a Jesuit, Father John Genovesi, lived in Palermo, Italy, right? Now, from the beginning of his career as a missionary, he placed the souls over which he would have charge under the protection of the Blessed Mother, right? Deciding to take with him to each of his missions an image of Our Lady. Now, as a very pious man, he said he didn't know which image of Our Lady to use, so he consulted a pious visionary and said, okay, ask Mary which image she wants. So one day, as this lady knelt in prayer, she beheld approaching her the Queen of Heaven, surrounded by pomp, majesty, glory, surpassing anything else she had ever beheld in any of her visions. A torrent of light was shed from the body of the Virgin that was so clear that in comparison to it, even the sun seemed dark. Yet, as the visionary recalled, these rays were not painful to sight, but rather seemed directed to the heart, where they instantly penetrated and filled with sweetness. So in this vision, a group of seraphim, hovering in the air, were suspended over their empress and held a triple crown. Her body was clothed in a flowing robe, whiter than the snow and brighter than the sun. A belt inlaid with precious stones encircled Mary's beautiful form, and from her graceful shoulders hung a mantle of azure hue. Right? There were countless angels that surrounded them. She radiated clemency and love. Upon her left arm, she carried her infant son, whose divine features glowed with affability and love. Our Lady told this pious woman that she wished to be represented, as she was now, under the title of Most Holy Mother of Light. Repeating those words 3 times, Most Holy Mother of Light, right? The Jesuit hired laborers to begin the work of making the picture, right? But neither the pious lady nor the priest were able to direct it, right? And so unfortunately, after it was completed, it didn't answer Our Lady's orders, like it didn't correspond with it, right? So Our Lady directed the woman to look at the image, and seeing the mistake, she again betook herself to prayer and asked Mary to help, right? And then at this time, Mary provided guidance, right? And so, pleased by the finished work, Mary appeared over it and blessed it with the sign of the cross. So we are told now that this wonderful treasure is now in the city of Mexico in the Cathedral of Leon. I think it means maybe in the country of Mexico, which was formerly known as the Jesuit Church. The back of the image bears the authenticity and 4 signatures, including that of Father Genovesi, the one who had it commissioned, right? The painting was transferred from Palermo, Sicily in 1702 and placed on the altar in Leon in 1732, right? So when it says early 18th century, it means really it must have been very early in the 18th century. The people of Leon have an innate devotion and tenderness towards the Mother of God. In 1849, they promised before the picture to make Our Lady of Light the patroness of Leon, and this promise was confirmed by Pope Pius IX, and Pope Leo XIII crowned the image of light in 1902. So that is the story of Our Lady of Lights that we celebrate today, February 27th. For today's reading from the Imitation of Mary by Alexander de Rouville. Again, we're starting with Book 3, The Life of the Blessed Virgin Mary, from the death of Jesus to his ascension. And today we'll read the conclusion of Chapter 1, this beautiful conversation between Mary and the believer, entitled, The Lover of Jesus Must Climb Calvary and Suffer with Him. The believer. Virgin Mother of God, you suffered so much pain, and you love the pain because you love Jesus. Intercede for me, that I may overcome my weakness, my sensitivity, and the natural abhorrence I have for the cross. Let my heart, my mind, and all that is in me show that I love my God. You were the holiest and the most afflicted of virgins. I want to share your sorrows, provided I can share your love. Teach me to love the cross of Jesus and to find my delight in it, so that at the moment of my death, the crucified Jesus may be my strength and consolation. Mary, how can you trustingly embrace the crucifix at the moment of death if you have in fact lived as an enemy of the cross of Christ? That's the letter to Philemon 3:18. At the moment, far from lamenting that you've often been on the cross, you will wish you had always been there. My child, if you meet with insults, mistreatment, harsh persecution, misfortunes that seem insuperable, bear them with all persevering patience. If I see in you an image of Jesus, my love for you will be intensified, for you will then be a son less unworthy of your mother. The believer. My mother, the motive that will inspire me henceforth and comfort me in all trials will be the thought that I am carrying my cross with Jesus and for Jesus' sake. But at the same time, what a source of strength for me to realize that my situation and dispositions will draw down on me your special protection and love.
Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed our Marian podcast. As St. John Paul II teaches us, from Mary we learn to love Christ, her Son, the Son of God. Through her intercession, may we grow ever closer to Him. We encourage you to share this with a loved one or friend and help spread our devotion to Mary. Thank you, and God bless.